Hi guys, welcome to a new update video of all the things I picked up in the last 3 weeks, I think. So yeah, just mainly CDs, just the one vinyl which I got recently, which was of course Tori Amos Under the Pink, which I absolutely love. I did an unboxing of this on my last video, of course, 10 out of 10. Loving it. I played it about 3 times now altogether, the whole album, and yeah, I'm looking forward to more releases in the future. The reason why that's the only vinyl is because there's nothing really I need at the moment on vinyl. I haven't really had much time to, go in any vinyl shops to see if I can find anything useful. It's just took its toll that I've got everything basically that I really want and need. But we'll see what happens in the future, because when you're working a lot, you just think to yourself, you want to go to a vinyl shop, but you can't because you're working, to the max, so I haven't had much time. But of course I picked up a lot of CDs, a lot here, some really good mixes of different genres, so there's a bit of light at the end of the tunnel. First is Daft Punk, Random Access Memories. Of course this is a really big sale this year, and of course Get Lucky has been a big success. I never really, not that I didn't like Daft Punk's older stuff, but I just didn't really find it that interesting until like Get Lucky. I think it's a really good track, I just love the vocals, and it's just a really good disco-y vibe song, and this is the album that's got me into him. I thought this album wouldn't be as good as I thought it would. I thought it would be a lot of the same sort of songs, it all blends together too much, but it's got a really good mix. Even a few like ballad, slow tempo songs, and the reviews of this have been absolutely amazing, which is fantastic. So yeah, just enjoying it. I'm looking forward to the future singles from this. Next is one which was a recommendation from Nick12604, and he's really good at giving reviews and everything, of course, and it's Selena Gomez Stars Dance, and he's really praised this album and the era of Selena Gomez, of course, who's gone solo after working with Selena Gomez in the scene. And this is a really good electro-pop dance album. She's matured as well. You can just, she's really blossomed into, a really beautiful young woman. And of course, Come Get It's been a really good success. It's a really good catchy song. And I really like the imagery for the album as well. She's got a really good visuals. And yeah, unfortunately this is a standard edition, and I wasn't able to get the deluxe, which I would have much rather had. This was the only copy I could find in the area that I live. So I'll probably get the deluxe again in the end, or just get the tracks off iTunes. And yeah, really loving this as well, by the way, so thank you, Nick. Next is Siobhan Donahue, Revolution in Me. Basically I love Sugar Babes and MKS, much in case of Siobhan. And I really was interested in hearing a lot of Siobhan solo stuff after getting Muttia's debut album, Real Girl. And I always knew that Siobhan released really great music over the years. The critics for the album have said that they've been big flops, but really amazing. And I basically picked this up off eBay along with the second album, which I'll show in a minute. And they've been absolutely fantastic. Revolution in Me and Ghosts, they came together as a bundle. And of the two, they're very different, but they're both equally as good. I much prefer Ghosts though. Basically, Ghosts is more experimental. It's very Kate Bush-like, with hints of Florence and the Machine. I really do recommend checking it out. It's absolutely mind-blowing. 10 out of 10 album. I'm just completely amazed how great this album actually is, and I'm just really ashamed that this album has flopped back in 2007 when it was first released. It should have been a worldwide success in my opinion. Just amazing. There's a track called Goldfish, which is my favourite. It's just beautiful. The lyrics, the sounds, just everything. The production on this album's fantastic. I really love the imagery as well, and the fact that it's in one of these jewel cases, which I usually hate. I don't mind, because the album's that good that I couldn't care less about the case. So yeah, it's fantastic. Go and check her out. There's 2 singles released off this, Don't Give It Up and So You Say. And if you can find Goldfish, that's a really great song as well. Really do check them out. You might not regret it. You might love it. The only problem is that it's quite rare now, and you might have to get off the internet if you're interested. And of course Revolution Me, which is a bit more acoustic sounding, more simpler than Ghost, and more poppy in a way, but it's still a really great album. And the track Overrated is a very, very dark, moody kind of song, but it really does tell the story of Siobhan and how she left the Sugar Babes and everything afterwards, and how she coped with depression. A really great debut album now, and fantastic. Now, next is Human League Greatest Hits. I seen this in the charity shop and I thought, brilliant, I've got the vinyl, I'll get the CD and just shove it onto my iTunes. And yeah, fantastic. Full of really great hits, of course. Not long afterwards, when I was on holiday, there was this market which sold a lot of CDs, and I've seen this, Human League, the original remixes and varieties, basically extended versions and B-sides. Very, very nice simple artwork with the iconic lips and the heavy eyeshadow on all the band members, and this was really good. I really love the extended mixes as well, especially on Together in Electric Dreams, which is one of my favourites. And the weekend I went into town, into HMV, and I picked up their debut album by Human League, Reproduction. And I've heard mixed reviews on this album, but when I listened to it the first time, which was yesterday, I found it really, really great. It's very, very experimental, it's very dark, compared to like the poppier things I've done later on with Dare and Crash. This is very, very, just really, really different, but it's really great. It just aged really well. It's in a really nice remastered copy edition. I love the artwork as well. It's very, very quite eerie and disturbing in a way. I don't know my favourite track. They're all quite good so far. I've only listened to about half of it, but The Path of Least Resistance is definitely a contender for one of my favourite Human League tracks. So yeah, absolutely loving it. Next is Golf at Black Cherry, which was at the same place I got this. I haven't listened to this yet, but because like it's Golf Rap, I just thought I'd pick it up because I love them. And yeah, I know this was released about 10 years ago in 2003, which I was quite surprised about. So yeah, looking forward to that one. Next is one I picked up in HMV the weekend, Golf Rap the Singles. But even though I've got most of the albums by now, I wanted this because I wanted the tracks that were specifically for the album, which was Yellow, Halo, and a few others. And the artwork's really nice as well, and especially with the campaign for the new album, which will be in September, I want to try and get as much Golf Rap things as possible, because I'm loving them at the moment. Next are basically a collection of albums by the same artist or band. And I've been really getting into them lately. Basically, my dad sort of recommended them to me, and I started listening to them. Of course, I know a few hits of theirs over the years, and it's Jamiroquai. I picked all these up from various places. I haven't listened to most of them yet, so I'll just go through it. I picked up the debut one, Emergency on Planet Earth, with a very, very simple artwork, but on the inside it's very colourful and vibrant. So yeah, this is 20 years old as well, if I might as well say. Next is Jamiroquai, The Return of Space Cowboy. A lot of people have said this is one of the best ones, possibly the best. I really like the artwork as well. It reminds me of a Windows 98 background, because it's very, very space-like, and yeah, I love it. Next is Jamiroquai, Travelling Without Moving. This has most of the biggest hits like Virtual Insanity and Cosmic Girl. And this is probably his bestseller, I think. So yeah, looking forward to that. And the artwork is very 90s, of course. Next is Jamil Koi Synchronised, which has Canned Heat on it. Again, beautiful artwork. What I love about Jamil Koi is not only is the music really good, the artwork's just to die for. I love anything spacey and futuristic looking, and just very 90s as well. And the last one, Jamiroquai, A Funk Odyssey, which was the only one I've listened to so far, and the first one I could find, which was On Holiday. And this has Little L on it, which is one of his biggest hits, and I really love this album. It's got a really good different blend of tracks on here. It hasn't really stuck into my mind, most of these tracks, but I want to have a listen to it again, because it's just really good. Really cheap as well. All the Jamiroquai albums are very easy to find, but they're just really good classics. Next is Sinead OConnor, the Gospel Oak EP. This was in the charity shop. This only has 4 tracks on it, but because it's Sinead OConnor, who I love, I've got most of her albums. And the artwork's quite nice and simple as well. This is actual place in London as well. And yeah, looking forward to it. I don't know any of the tracks on here, but I know I love it because it's Sinead OConnor. And the last one, which I picked up yesterday, is Alicia Dixon, The Entertainer. I nearly picked this up a few years ago when it was first released, because I thought Drummer Boy was an okay track. It was very Marmite. I either loved it or hated it. It depended what mood I was in. But then there was a track called Radio, which was a bit of a flop, but it reminded me of Robin's Dancing on My Own. But I just really loved the track, and I picked this up yesterday. It was really cheap in a second-hand shop, and I thought I'll just buy it because it was cheap, and I know this is quite hard to find in places now, so it's now or never basically. And the artwork's really nice as well, very urban. And that is it, everyone. Like I said, no vinyls besides the Toy Amos one, of course, but I'll definitely make sure that I'll do my next update with vinyls, because I know a lot of people much prefer to listen to me talk about vinyls and CDs. But you know, I want to get all these out into the open, because there's been a lot of albums to buy and things. I hope you're all having a great summer, everyone. Great August. Yeah, just chilling out as usual. Busy work. And speak to you soon. I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you later.